Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to episode 8 of the Michael Boothby Show. Today is March 11th, I believe. Yeah, Monday, March 11th, 2019. And I am right now staying at my friend Chris's place out in New Mexico, a little bit over the border from Durango. Yeah, and tonight my guest is Chris Fair, and Chris is he has a show in Chicago called the Laser Comedy Show, where he has a big canvas. He's come to Live from Mom's Basement. He's performed twice. He has a big canvas, and then he has these really powerful lasers. So he'll get a suggestion, and he'll improvise a whole story based off of that suggestion, and he'll illustrate the whole thing with these lasers. It's really cool. I'm going to invite him to the broadcast now and get him on. Let's see. Hey Seth, hey Sasha, how's it going, guys? Definitely press like, press love, any of those buttons. Definitely press them. It'll help me get higher up in the feed. Let's see. Gotta invite Chris to the broadcast. Hopefully he knows this is happening. Oh, guys, I'm exhausted. Hey Arturo, how's it going, man? How's it going, guys? Just waiting for Chris to get on the broadcast. How's it going, Tracy? Just waiting for Chris to come on. I'm going to invite him on the broadcast to get him on air. Guys, I spent the last day and a half shoveling snow. So I've been napping all day. I've been exhausted. Just trying to recover. I see that Chris just joined. I'm going to try to bring him on. Okay, let's see. All right, I sent you. Invite Chris. Should be bringing you on now. All right, so it's adding, working that Facebook magic. Connecting. Hey man.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. How's it going?
Good. Sorry, I was just like, I forgot how I was supposed to do this. And I'm like, is he gonna invite me yet? I'm waiting. And then I was just like, oh right, go on Facebook, not Messenger.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh.
Do you have any headphones, by the way?
I do. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so much better.
Is it? Well, what was that feedback?
Yeah, I don't know.
I never heard that before.
I don't know. Probably the two phones, and then the sound going into an infinite loop.
And the heebies and the jeebies.
The heebies and the jeebies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? It's better now. How you doing, man? How's your day been?
Dude, I have been exhausted. I had a crazy weekend. Had my first CPS gig.
Oh,
it
cool.
was a PTA sponsored carnival, and
Nice.
So performed for like a room full of kids and adults, and that was great. It was fun.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I had to get up early, drive to Wisconsin, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, to do a mini makers fair, where then I did a show for like 4 people, and then I know, right?
That's a
huge
lot of
auditorium too. A lot of these schools in middle of nowhere Wisconsin were given grants to build amazing auditoriums.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's my second time performing one of those in Wisconsin, and So like about 4 dozen people in the audience, and then the rest of the day, I supervised children playing with my lasers, basically. So,
Wow.
you know, a lot of them like he's giving the rundown like, here's the button,
Yeah.
pointed that way, just shoot the screen, nothing
Yeah.
else. But their
Do
kids
not
are
aim
still,
this at anyone's eyes.
yeah, exactly. Please avoid people's faces. And I'm like, get close to the screen, get close to the screen, because if they don't, then they're shining it at the back of another kid's head.
Oh God.
So
what a recipe for disaster.
that's stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they good for the most part though?
For the most part, they're pretty good.
Okay.
It wasn't as much craziness as the one I did in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
which had probably like 5 times more people come through.
Wow.
And then also, there's some crazy stuff at these maker fairs, man. There are...
What is a maker fair?
It is Nerd Central. That's what it is.
Okay.
I'm just kidding around with that. But there's people that have all types of stuff. In the dark room, where I usually am with my laser comedy show, there's a Tesla coil, which is so loud.
Wow.
And they do shows where like a guy dresses up in knight armor and like pokes it with a sword, you know, like he's not really trying to fight it, but like the electricity is coming at him.
Whoa.
And so that's cool. There was like glow in the dark Legos, which was cool. Not really a big thing, but I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, sure.
And then you go in the light part of you know, it's even bigger. It's a giant, you know, either hallways, like this was a high school, so there's either hallways, and the one in Milwaukee was a giant fairgrounds building.
Wow.
And
Okay.
there's like booths where you get to make your own circuit boards that light up a little light. 3D printers. You can like I bought some mushrooms made out of wood. It's this little decorative thing. Like I stick it in my plants or whatever.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I got 3 of them. I gave one to my mom because, you know, I'm a good son. And
Because a good son gets his mom a wooden mushroom.
yeah, or like whatever. Like, hey, I thought,
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's three for $5, so no, there's two for $5, and then of course there's end of the day special.
Yeah.
He gave me a 3rd one. I'm like, sweet.
Okay.
I give one to my mom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then yeah, go ahead.
I said that's great. Maybe we can take it a step back right now for some of our viewers.
Beep, beep, beep. Okay.
Yeah. Who you know, 'cause I'll be posting this on YouTube after it's live. But maybe
Cool.
go back. Let's just explain. You know, what is the Laser Comedy Show, and how did you conceive of it, and just speak a little bit about, you know, the beginnings of it.
Okay. So, visually, Laser Comedy Show. This is my sticker I give to people. It looks backwards, which is because that's how writing works in reverse cameras. So what I do is this is my face, and I am drawing on a laser reactive screen. And so these are some drawings I've done on live shows. Here's a 3 Sears Towers. One of them is dancing and making it rain.
Of course.
Here's a dragon. That's the Hulk. There's a Wicked Witch. What else we got? Here's a queen ant. A queen ant. Royalty. Ballerina. All right, so anyway, I start off with suggestions from the audience. And for children, I do create your own superhero, which is crazy stuff. But it's very like precise. Like I know what's supposed to happen. There's no second guessing.
Yeah.
Or trying to figure out, like, because kids get bored. So based off the characters or suggestions I get, I go behind the screen and then this is me behind the screen, drawing on the screen, and then the audience, they're back here, they're on the other side of the screen, and if I were to write normal on the one side of the screen, it would look like this, backwards. So I learned how to write backwards. So what you really see is the right side way.
The right side, yeah.
The right side way.
That sounds hard.
It is. And my handwriting is not that great to begin with.
Yeah.
So people tell me, they're like, oh, you can draw with both hands and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm really just, make myself feel more humble. I'm like, I'm just doing symmetrical most of the time.
Yeah.
And but I can draw with both hands, and sometimes it's a mind meld. But
yeah.
So I found out a couple of years ago that I was originally left-handed, and then my parents made me right-handed.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know, because of norms in society.
You gotta be right-handed. We can't have a left-handed.
Yeah, left-handed people, they're evil. They're just ultra creative geniuses, but they're also evil.
They're also evil. We can't have the world know.
Yeah.
He must learn to write with his right hand.
Exactly, because that is normal. We don't want you smearing your ink as you write.
Wow.
But my handwriting, man, it sucks.
Mine
it
too.
really sucks. Yeah. Left-handed, I cringe to imagine what it would be if I was left-handed. Oh, man. So, I've been doing this show for 8 years, and with that comes a lot of learning.
Yeah.
A lot of crashing and burning. But
Let's
most
talk
of the
about
time...
that.
What's that? Talk about crashing and burning.
Let's talk about some of the crashes and burns.
All right, you got it. So, I've just been playing. I found these little eggshells on my counter that apparently didn't make it to the garbage. I've just been playing with these for concentrate. So,
yeah.
At first, I was doing this show with a couple people. Avery Lee, Molly Todd, super talented improvisers. Molly Todd is more musical improv. Avery Lee just does everything. He does tons of things all the time. He's artistic director. I think he still is of Stir Friday Night.
Okay.
And so I was working with them. I had an audition. They came through. I said, let's do this. Neither of them can draw very well. Not a problem. It's all about your scene work. And so we were doing it for like 4 or 5 months, and then they just each got too busy and dropped out. So I was like, okay, I'll try and find other people. And no one else wanted to do it. So I just started doing it by myself. Because I had open auditions, and the one person that showed up, the first open audition, tried it out, wasn't feeling it. The second time, no one showed up, so I was just making my own stories up by myself.
Wow.
And I remember there was like a Darth Vader one. I was having a good time by myself.
Yeah.
So I started doing it by myself, and the first time I was just sweating. I was just so nervous, there's 10 people in the audience, and half of them were on my improv team. But they were like, wow, that was, even though, it wasn't funny at all, it was dramatic. The 3, scenes I did were kind of related to each other. And it was different. Even I was doing close-ups of a character and then zooming out. So that's something that, since I got really good at this, I keep doing. I zoom in, I show emotion.
I love that. Yeah,
the zooms.
The zooms are always so fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you zoom out and you discover something new in the scene. Whoa, that was there the whole time.
Yeah, I always like that. Yeah, or I think the one show you did, I think at Mom's Basement, it was like there were like two pickles in a jar,
Dude,
and it was yeah.
I am going to ban pickles from being suggested because pickles, bananas,
Wow.
pineapple, or coconut. Like I've been making the coconut and the
Wow.
pineapple thing work, but like dude, I just did a tour in California. I did San Francisco Sketch Fest, San Luis Obispo, Improv Fest, Comedy Sports in Sacramento. 6 shows at Tascadero High School, which I
Yeah.
just got the check for, which is great. And my last show was at Santa Monica. And I tried this new thing. It's kind of new way I'm trying to get suggestions. And I like it. It's like, all right, give me a suggestion of anything at all. Like, go ahead.
Oh man.
Yeah. So give me a suggestion, anything at all.
Rocket ship.
Rocket ship. Okay. What does that rocket ship want?
He wants to go to the moon.
Wants to go to the moon. What's in the way of that rocket ship going to the moon?
A giant meteor.
Ooh, okay. I like that. So I would use that as like, boom, you have the rocket ship. You got what the rocket ship wants. And you have an obstacle in its way. So I had in Santa Monica at West Side Comedy Theater, great place. I say way too much. I need to work on that. So my suggestion was pickle wants friendship. What's in the way? A cucumber.
Wow. I think you should just change the name of the show to the Laser
Pickle Show?
Comedy Show.
People mess up the name all the time and call it
Yeah.
the Laser Light Improv Show.
Yeah.
Which is even funnier because at these maker fairs I go to, there's actual laser light shows.
Wow.
The ones that have like all computer graphics and stuff. And so they're doing a crazy show, with actual lasers, big, powerful lasers, and Tesla coils. They got
So
both.
wild. It's like
And the Tesla coils, they play music, and the Tesla coils are programmed to make music.
It's like a DJ Tesla coil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they play the song, and the Tesla coils programmed at certain frequencies
Wow.
to play the music. So they have like, the theme to Pirates of the Caribbean and some other songs. So I'm over on the other side of the dark gym drawing like pirates and Pirates of the Caribbean. I drew like a pirate.
Wow.
I drew a pirate ship. I drew the flag
Cool.
because everyone's watching the Tesla coil show. And I'm
Yeah.
over here like, pay attention to me.
Hey, I got a show too. Yeah.
I got a thing over here. And one thing that helped get people over, I wrote on my big screen, like, come play with me.
Nice.
Yeah. And so that got some people to come over.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting a few comments. Daniel Erling Anderson says, "Hi, Chris."
Hi,
then-
Daniel.
And we have and Sasha has a question. And also, guys, if you're watching, feel free to press any of those react buttons, like, love, haha, the angry,
Ha-has.
sad, whatever you're feeling, just press those buttons because that's gonna get us up higher in the algorithm and get more people to be able to tune in. Also, if you guys have any questions at all for me or Chris during the broadcast, just type them out. This is made to be an interactive show because I have questions, but I'd love to hear your questions as well. So Sasha's first question was, what was your worst show?
Ooh, man. I have a couple. One of them only 3 people saw, which was maybe the head of a third improv theater and 2 of their goons or yes persons. And my mistake with that is I should have scheduled a one-off and actually had an audience see my show, and not someone who's very hard of hearing.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was a bad show. That was 2 minutes. Anyways, and
Wow.
another really bad one I had. Oh man, can I just go on? Can I do like my top 5?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
So, picture this: Philadelphia, early November, 75 degrees out. I $41 plane ticket. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Philly for a day and then go to Florida. And then I got a little drunk.
Okay.
At a later show, got a little drunk, and I asked the audience, "What's something you're afraid of?" So I no longer ask questions that are negatives, because it depends what the answer is. What are you afraid of? Irish people, someone says.
Wow.
So, my show usually starts off great, but then like when I start to get into like the story or whatever, my brain gets physically tired of that accent if I'm even doing it right.
Yeah.
And I think I was just doing all Scottish at that point. And there's some weird thing it's some weird thing. I had like some guy, like shirtless dude, like tied up or being tortured by a leprechaun. It was weird. It was really weird. But then I turned it around, and the end of the show, the rainbow kicked in, and I was doing all the colors of the rainbow, which got laughs because everything's green.
Right.
And then I did a show. I'd say maybe the worst one was just actually last fall. I was doing an audition for college shows, and I had to pay money to do this.
You had to pay
a lot of money.
Oh my god.
To do this college show, because you get like a booth. It's like a conference. You get like a booth, and a bunch of stuff, but guaranteed stage time. So I kind of abandoned my plan. Like I was gonna do the thing where like, oh, give me a suggestion. What's he want? What's in its way? And I just got the suggestion dinosaur. And then in my head, I just went back to another show I did that had a dinosaur. So if the show was 2 minutes, that would have been fine. But no, I had 10 minutes. And then it just didn't go anywhere.
Oh, man.
And then, so I was just like, you have a bad show. And like, at least in my experience, when no one wants to talk to you afterwards.
Yeah.
That could be for any type of performance, but usually everyone's coming up to me, asking me questions and everything. No one was coming up to me. I'm just sitting at my booth being like, I did a really bad show today. Because I'm used to doing really good shows all the time.
Yeah.
And so to not really insult to injury, but literally the next 6 shows I did after that, I absolutely murdered. And I'm like, why couldn't I do that on Saturday?
It happens sometimes. I feel like bad shows happen to everyone. You just I don't know. You can't. There's no reason for it. You're just like, well, that happened.
and I've learned a couple of the bad shows. Chicago Improv Fest 2014. That was a bad show. Maybe it was 15. I don't know anymore. There was a guy from Spain. I met. There's that particular year. There was lots of people from all over the world, and this guy from Spain came to my show. He was kind of looking for people to invite to his Improv Fest in Switzerland. So he came to my show. It kind of sucked. The end of it was good. But the most of it kind of sucked. And so I didn't get invited to Switzerland. And it's okay. Another bad one was, I didn't know this at the time, but I was technically being reviewed by Time Out magazine.
Oh, wow.
At, what was that bar's name? Mullins. That was next to I.O., where I.O. used to be.
Yeah.
So it's like a bar prop show, and I didn't know there was a guy from Time Out there.
Yeah.
And so I did a show, and I had some laughs, but other than that, like, it was hard for, like, it was like it was going places, and I hit a lot, had a bunch of cool visual things I did. Like, I did like a half and half, like half mom, half dad, and they each were talking like differently. This is a cool split scene idea.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I got high remarks on my form, but then at the very end, the guy's like, "This is not laugh out loud funny," which is like inconsistent to the rest of my shows.
Right.
And what I discovered with those last two shows I mentioned, CIF, like 2015, and that bar prop show,
Yeah.
I did not start those shows with a face. So the CIF show, I started with a bed, and then I had voices of a couple arguing. Which people are probably like, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on?
And then the Mullen show was, I drew a trampoline, which was like my suggestion. And then I just did the like lines of the lasers jumping up and down, representing a person. And then I had the person talking, but did they know what was going on? No.
No.
No, not at all. So from when I had this realization on, I started shows doing two things. Having a character with a face, or doing a drawing out a place. So, like, lots of times if I got a coconut or something for a suggestion, I'm drawing a beach, I draw the coconut tree, zoom in, boom, you got a coconut, and he wants something. Or you got a pineapple and he wants something, which, by the way, are two different types of trees.
Yeah.
And I've had both of those plants. I've had two coconut plants. It's just the coconut with the plant coming out of it, and it usually dies. And then I bought a coconut. No, that was the coconut. I bought a pineapple plant from the Botanic Gardens in Chicago. And the I guess it was really windy outside, but basically the coconut, I keep saying coconut, the pineapple broke off the stem, the like trunk. So like a pineapple plant is like a tropical kind of fern-looking plant with a big stem coming out with the pineapple on it, and then more tropical leaves.
Yeah.
So sadly, it's fine, because what you do is you just chop the top of the pineapple off, and then you plant that.
Okay.
And then I ate the pineapple.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot there. It was like that big.
Sure.
It's not actually put it next to my face. It was this big. That's the context.
Okay. Pineapples, coconuts, bananas, and pickles.
Bananas. I get a lot of banana.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. It's like a familiar thing that people have. In fact, the Comedy Sports in Sacramento, I performed that there twice. And they have a thing on the side that says retired suggestions.
Yeah.
Like Disney World, Michael Jackson, pineapple. I'm pretty sure pickle is probably up there too. It's got to be up there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, improv. Improv's so funny. Like I went to an open mic last week here in Durango, just a musical open mic, just to play some songs, and I did like 3 of my songs, and at the end I was like, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna improvise a song. Throw out a suggestion. And of course, like almost every time I've gone to a bar, or like especially if it's like a musical open mic, You throw out, hey, I want a suggestion. There's always one person who just shouts out penis. You
Oh,
know?
dildo.
Or dildo. Yeah, and it's like you guys need to talk about your sex life more because clearly this is being repressed, and I will happily assuage your undercurrent yearnings. But it's this weird thing. Because then I was like, fine, I'll do it. Because it's been a while since I improvised. I was like, I'll take that, but I don't want to just take penis. That's boring. So
What does that penis want?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
in its way?
I think the song I ended up improvising was Flamboyant Dwarf Penis.
Oh.
And it was cool though because I ended up the first verse was like about this guy. It was like a first date. And then the chorus was like, oh no, it's like, oh, he's got a flamboyant dwarf penis, but I actually kind of like it. And then like the second verse is like, ooh, second date, I'm dating the guy with the flamboyant dwarf penis, and that's all it was. It ended up just being that.
What were some other characteristics that the guy had?
Oh gosh,
Was it not all about the flamboyant dwarf penis, or?
I don't think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was one of those things that like even as I was doing it, I was like, this is so ridiculous. Like I was laughing at myself, but that was cool because I feel like they probably didn't. There's not a whole lot of improv out in Durango, so they were probably like, that was cool. Some guy came up to me after, was like, you're a legend. I was like, thanks.
Wait, Durango? Where's?
Yeah, I'm in Durango, Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's probably not a lot of comedy out there.
No, there's not. I mean, but there might be a lot of flamboyant dwarf penises.
That could be. That's in the mountains, right? That's in the mountains, or is it? Okay.
It's in the mountains. Yeah.
There's probably you did open mic there, so there's mostly like musicians, singers, probably some poets.
It was mostly musicians.
Okay.
And I remember I got
guitar players.
Yeah, there was this band too. There was like a 3 or 4 piece band, and like I definitely signed up before them, and then I got bumped by them, and I was like, man, like what the heck, man? And he was like, they're one of the biggest bands in the 4 corners. And I was like, what?
Oh well, the states meet.
Yeah, right. Like this is the world right here, and this is the. But I don't know. They were like, I don't know. I thought they were pretty good. I didn't think they were
in the 4 corner region, of course.
For the 4 corner region, though, they were exceptional.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Man, I did an open mic in McCarthy, Alaska.
Jesus.
That is.
What was that like?
That is like 5-6 hours east of Anchorage. It's like almost Canada.
Yeah.
And so I was up there. I was visiting my friend who was a tour guide up there. He's adventurous. He just does whatever. And so I go up there for like almost 2 weeks, hang out. We go camping. Check out the scenery. Go hiking. Saw a bear. So me and my friend, we go on our big camping trip. There were some people with us when we began, but then there was just like me and him on the 3rd day, way out on a glacier near a big mountain that seemed to keep getting farther and farther away the closer we walked. But we get back, and he's like, oh, it's an open mic tonight. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go do that. So I came prepared. I had a laser reactive shirt that doesn't have, it's like one of the first ones my brother made. Because by the way, how I got into this, all of it came from my brother, and I just had the idea to use it to do comedy.
So he had like the lasers and everything?
Yeah, he had the lasers.
What was he using it for?
He was selling it to people on drugs and music festivals.
Oh.
Makes perfect sense.
That sounds like the audience for lasers and laser screens.
Yeah, exactly. So I had one of his first shirts he made. This was back in 2013, which is just like just all of this is just laser reactive. Like,
okay.
And so I did a show just on my shirt. And I killed it, absolutely killed it. Made everyone, like all these people were like my friends, coworkers, the woman who like ran the business he worked at. And then the next day, I'm hungover, and my friend's like, "Hey, you want to go on the glacier hike?" I'm like, "No."
No.
So I go, I sleep in, I get up to make food, and I piss some guy off who wasn't at the open mic, didn't see me before, hadn't met him yet, and so he complained about me being on the
What'd you
compound.
do?
I was just making food. And
He was
and
upset
this
that you
other
were
woman,
making food?
I was just making food. And so the thing is with this compound,
Yeah.
people live there basically throughout the summer. And so I was like in their living room. So he complained about me. This other woman complained about me, even though she had guests at her place too. So literally, I made everyone laugh their ass off the night before, and the next day they kicked me out of the compound.
Wow.
You think I would get some special treatment because I just made everybody laugh,
Wow.
but then they kicked me out of the compound, and like I didn't have a tent. I didn't my friend told me I didn't need one or cooking supplies. He told me I didn't need any of that. So then I had to stay in a tent 100 yards away from where I was staying in a field. And so for a night or whatever, I slept there, maybe a couple nights in the next week. I slept there, but then another guy got fired and he was staying in a house. And I had made friends with those girls at the house. They were all chefs. So they let me stay in that guy's bed because he got fired and kicked out.
What is happening at this compound?
I don't know, man. It's McCarthy, Alaska, dude.
Jesus.
It's McCarthy, Alaska, bro. I don't know. Yeah, so that's my Alaska trip.
Wow. So what brought you up to Alaska?
My friend was working there. He goes, "Come visit." I said, "Okay."
Sure. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
I'll go to Alaska.
Yeah. But overall, what did you think of Alaska?
It's awesome. Despite people working in that compound, most people were cool, but the three people, meaning this guy who's an ex-convict, this snobby goody two-shoes brown noser, and a woman who owned the place, everyone else was cool.
Yeah. I imagine Alaska attracts some interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like you got a certain type of person moves to Alaska.
Yeah, or at least for tourist season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadliest catch.
Oh man, nowhere near that. We were in the back country.
Yeah.
And I would love to go on a White Rapids trip or something, but that would cost a lot more money. I was there for basically staying for free.
Yeah.
It was just getting there, renting a car to drive there, and getting some equipment, some camping stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next, I want to go to. I don't know what I want to go to next. I was just looking at the festival list today. I want to do.
What about Hawaii?
Hawaii's good. I've been technically invited there by
Cool.
some people from the improv retreat from Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
And that was a few years ago. Still haven't shown up because it's a $800 plane ticket.
Yeah.
But where I did go was Europe twice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did. I did the improv festival in Amsterdam.
Cool.
And then what I did was I just booked some gigs around it. And I went to Dublin, Belfast, London. Then I went to Amsterdam. The last day there, had fun with some mushrooms in the park. That was fun.
Nice.
And then,
what'd you learn?
What?
What'd you learn from the mushrooms in the park?
Oh man, what did I learn? Ice skates sound really cool.
You skate sound really cool?
Ice skates.
Ice skates.
Sound really cool.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
so it's more fun to watch people ice skating than it is to look at a 16th century building jumping out at you.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
I'd be looking. Yeah, me and my new Greek friend, who was also in the festival, he also
Okay.
stayed another day, and so yeah, we were watching these ice skaters, and there's like so much as an improviser actor, like you could just feel the relationship, the love that these like couples or families or whatever had for
Yeah.
each other as they were skating, and then also because it was warm, it was 45 degrees, 50
Wow.
degrees.
Okay.
And that was basically all through Europe was like Chicago spring. Like Europe in January was like now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they come down the straightaway and there's this huge puddle. And so like
Wow.
for if you could make it through there without falling, I wouldn't laugh at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy tripping on the side wouldn't laugh at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was fun. And then I was in Brussels for a day, Bruges for a day, 3 days in Paris I did a show at the end. Also,
Yeah.
people speaking French throughout your show, interpreting for other people who don't speak English, very distracting.
Yeah, I can imagine. You're like
Yeah.
doing the show, and they're like, "Oh," you're like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah, I can just hear, I just heard French and I don't know what they're saying, but they're interpreting like what's going on.
That's kind of cool, though. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, now you have a show. It's being literally translated into other languages as you're doing it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Everywhere else, they spoke English, but
Yeah.
in Paris, I would be like, "Bonjour, do you speak English?"
How'd that
Because I don't
go?
want to assume. They
Yeah.
really think you're an a-hole if you assume
Right.
they speak English. But I'd be like, "Oh, bonjour, do you speak
Yeah.
English?" But like a couple
Okay,
times,
keep
I was
trying.
able to speak enough French at least. Like I watched my last night there, got myself a nice meal, went into what looked like a nice restaurant. Bonjour, where you want to sit? The bar. And then there's no seats at the bar, so I'm like, hey, actually,
Take a table.
can I have a table?
Un table.
Un
That's
table.
That's not right.
Tableau?
I took French in college. I don't remember
Oh, okay.
any of it.
I was Espanol.
Ah, Espanol. Sí.
Espanol. And actually, that's funny because I sang that song. I had to lip sync that song.
Okay.
Not that one. Hero by Enrique Iglesias. So I lip sync it in Spanish.
Wow.
And I had to tell the teacher I was doing the Spain accent, which means you're making some lisps.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I had like a little like I had some electrical tape. I made a little like mole here,
Oh wow.
and I had a black
Nice.
shirt, khakis. And at the very end, I took this like rose out I had like hidden like in my belt.
Ooh.
And I was on my knees like breaking down like, will you be my, que quieres, I don't know how what words are anymore.
Nice.
Que
Yeah.
quieres, a tu hero, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so that was before, I wasn't even doing comedy then. I may have been doing a couple stand-up open mics here and there.
Okay.
Back in 2005-ish.
Wow. Back in 05.
Back in 05, man. It's like when I really started doing comedy was like 05.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing
Why?
stand-up.
Why comedy?
Because I realized people would laugh when I would talk.
Yeah.
Not just laughing at me like, he sounds funny, which they did before I realized I was funny. They laughed that I sounded funny.
Yeah.
And because I grew up with a speech impediment.
Mm.
So, and I had fear of public speaking and all that jazz. So
Yeah.
what kind of saved me was actually me doing something really stupid.
Yeah.
So like right after high school, I got a DUI, and then I had
wow.
to like cool my jets and like be
Yeah.
sober for a while and learn how to
Yeah.
be an adult and all this other cool, adult stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got over my fear of public speaking, going to AA meetings, where eventually I would make everyone in the meeting laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing my own little monologue based on the suggestion of
Right.
of the issue that someone started the meeting with,
Yeah.
and so someone stands up and say, "Hi, I'm so and so. I'm alcoholic. I'm having an
Yeah.
issue with this today, and I want to talk about this." And then we all, go around the circle.
Yeah.
And I was like being sincere, but still making everyone laugh their butts
That's
off.
the best. Yeah, that's the best.
Like
right
not even
there.
on purpose. It's just my my monologue and figure out what to say, because like this one meeting I went to, it was on Saturday mornings at this big church. First time I went there was this big guy who was running the meeting. I was to his left, and he goes, "All right, I'm gonna pass it to this guy." I'm like, "Nope." All right, I'm gonna pass it this way.
Yeah.
And then went all the way around, and then I had something to say.
Yeah.
I graduated the plane with a piece of quinoa that also was on my counter. Is a piece of quinoa
Nice.
that probably fell off my plate last time I ate here.
Wow.
I should clean up, guys. I might have a date over tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, maybe clean your place, do comedy. Hey, there's a cat. My friend has 2 cats, and one of them right now is just like, he's like, love me, and he's like putting his head against the phone. Come on. This cat's been so great because I was so tired all day. Like I've been on this couch all day, just like, oh, my body. And the cat just like jumps on me. It's like, I'll give you some love. I'm like, you're amazing.
Aw.
Thank you so much. Oh no. His
Oh,
tail
why
is
are you hurting?
why? Yeah, why am I hurting? Great question. Yeah, so I had a friend who was like, I was looking for some work, and he was like, oh, well, I got some work. It's like shoveling snow off of roofs.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, how hard could that be? Really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like I think I went for like 8 hours the first day.
Oh,
and
man.
like I also like I fell on the roof too. I fell once and like hit my hand, and it's like it's not broken, but it was like just like really, really bruised.
Oof.
So I'm like, okay, so now every time I'm like pushing the shovel in, I'm like feeling that. And then I ended up working a half day yesterday because like at 2:00, the guy who like hired me was like, hey dude, like I'm gonna send you home early because you're not like keeping up with everyone. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But then I came home and I'm like, I like so exhausted and like literally been on the couch all day. And I'm like, I am not meant for hard manual labor.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, Michael. I used to work at, I used to do like, it was kind of manual labor, but also skilled. I was an AV guy at a hotel.
Okay.
So I was setting up AV equipment, like actually doing heavy lifting,
Yeah.
like working wrenches, putting cables in, wrapping cables, whatever,
Yeah.
in a suit.
In a suit. Oh,
In a suit, because you got to be seamless with the hotel.
right.
I mean, you could take your jacket off, loosen up your tie, but for the most part, I was dressing like a pimp, but working like a hoe. That's the old stand-up joke.
Yeah, right. Nice. Taking that one out for a spin.
Oh yeah, and the one I had about those AA meetings was I like kind of tell about like that. I got a DUI, blah 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 blah. I made all these sober people laugh. So if you don't think I'm funny, you should stop drinking.
Whoa.
Well, no.
He just
that the cat?
he just attacked the tripod.
Man.
He was down here. He was like, "Why won't you love me?" He's like,
He's like, "Is that a mouse?"
Right. No. But,
I got mine leaned up against my composting garbage can.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that's almost better than a tripod.
Yeah, I've been doing the composting for about 2 months now.
How's that going? Actually, Sasha's been talking about wanting to do that.
Yeah, it's like $15 to get picked up once a month,
Okay.
and I got an extra bucket for this month because it's warming up, and I have a bunch of dead plants,
Yeah.
like from last year on my
Okay.
deck. I need to get those out of
Yeah.
here, so I figure I compost them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
You at least have it be useful. Instead of just throwing it out and
Oh yeah.
sitting in a landfill for thousands of years.
Exactly. So I mean, like, I make what I make to eat is lots of just basically piles of vegetables.
Nice.
So, or like I eat fruit is like, oh boom, banana peel, compost, orange peel, compost. My mom's like, don't you have a garbage disposal? I'm like, but where's that going?
Where's that really
Exactly.
going? Who's eating this? The monsters
that's still going
in the
into like
sewers.
the sewer or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like this, it goes to making new soil. Yeah.
Oh, did you see the post I made? It was like a few days ago about my car when I was driving out to Colorado and then like my check engine light started flashing. I'm like, that's not good. And then I stopped in Denver, a little bit outside of Denver, and I stopped at a car mechanic, and they like take off my car. It was like 20 minutes, and they're like, come take a look at this. And they have the engine popped up, and they're like, yeah, so rats have been living in your car, and they've chewed through all of these important wires. And I was like there was like there was rat shit everywhere and rat piss like everywhere. And I was like, what the heck? This is like the most Chicago thing that's ever happened to me. Because it makes sense though, because you've been to our place. We're like right behind this alley, and I park my car like right next to this dumpster. So there's probably like rats that are like living in that dumpster, and then it's like cold as fuck outside, and then they're probably like, fuck
warm
this,
engine.
let's go into this engine. Oh, look, a snack, and I'm like, it was like a $400 car repair. I'm like, God damn it, these rats, Yeah.
You dirty rats! You killed my engine.
You dirty city rats. Yeah. But it's funny though. But again, going back to like the compost, I talked to the guy and he was like, "Yeah, what you're gonna want to do is get some orange peels and throw them on your engine." Because he's like, yeah, because they don't like the smell of citrus. He's like, orange peels and lemon peels. If you put that on your engine, like that, they won't go anywhere near it. And I'm like, this is crazy. I have to rat proof my engine. How do you
Dude,
no one teaches you about this shit.
No, I had no idea they didn't like citrus. It's good to know. I had a feral cat. Like the place I lived in when I moved down to Chicago was this 120-year-old place. Real cheap rent. Like it's $1,000 between 3 guys. So I was paying like $375.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Worth it because there was this feral cat. Some lady across the street would feed, the feral cats. And so this one kept coming. It was a 3-story house. First story was the landlord's office. Second story, our main floor. Third story is where the laundry room was. So we'd have to come up, go up, do laundry in there. There was this cat that just kept shitting on the deck there outside the laundry room. But it had some type of something that basically repelled anything that would usually hang out with poop, like flies, all that stuff. There's no bugs or anything. So it was so I just step over it, I'm like, all right, there's no flies, anything. I don't care. Doesn't stink, whatever.
It's
so eventually
magic cat poop.
Yeah. So so the point of the story is cats don't like pepper, like hot red pepper. So I put pepper in a spray bottle with I think maybe some vinegar, and I was supposed to spray around the deck, and it's supposed to scare the cat away.
Yeah.
They don't like cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
I don't think it worked, but I do think the cat eventually died.
Oh,
stop coming
Jesus
around.
Christ! Just
and so I borrowed a shovel from my dad, and I shoveled all the poop in the yard to decompose. But oh man, not too long after that, I got the hell out of that house.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? It's like you only learn like what animals like don't like until like after they've already done something really bad.
Yeah.
You know, what's that? I don't know what that's about.
At least when you go camping, they're like, "You want bear spray?" You're like, "Yes."
Yeah, please.
And a bear-proof canister for our food, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Scott Ludley. Oh, hey, Scott. Scott says the Michael Boothby Show. Woohoo!
Woo! Michael Boothby
Thanks,
Show.
Scott.
Featuring Chris Fair of the Laser Comedy Show.
Laser Comedy Show. Yeah. So we only have a few minutes left. We can go back and go back to the Laser Comedy Show, because I think it's really cool, like, you know, what you've done. Like you said, you're like, my brother had these things, it was for like festivals, and you took it and you just like took everything you learned about comedy and improv and you just like made this new thing that's like really cool.
And it just totally fit together because I know how to draw. I've been drawing since I was 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
Fun story about that, my brother tried to blame some drawings on the wall on me, but I was so young I didn't know how to write words yet.
Yeah.
And he tried to blame that on me. Yeah, so Laser Comedy Show. I got some gigs coming up.
Yeah, what do you got coming up? And definitely after the show, send me another email with like all your social media links, website.
Okay.
I'll put that up on the YouTube channel.
Great.
Yeah.
I got nothing for March.
Nice.
Done all my March shows already, so I got some time off, which is nice. Although I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Just doing regular improv, I guess. And then April 11th, I got a double header at the Crowd. I'm doing the 8 o'clock Skull Mountain, and then I'm doing Flower Shop Bangers, like 6-year anniversary show at 10.
Cool.
So doing that. It's fun. Dan Anderson, who was mentioning earlier, he is on Flower Shop Bangers with Stu Allard, who are both on my improv team at One Group Mind. So
cool.
What else do I got? I got the end of April. I got something too. I don't remember what that is, and I'm waiting to hear back from Bughouse Theater about a series of Fridays.
Cool. Laser Fridays?
I don't know about Laser Fridays, but lasers will be there. Pew, 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 pew. Someone was mentioning this at that Makers Fair, like, everything, like, we've all been taught that lasers make noises.
Yeah, and they don't.
Pew, pew. They don't. Phasers make noises.
Phasers.
Tasers make noises. Lasers don't make any noises.
Very quiet lasers.
Very quiet. You can only visually see it.
I did make the joke this weekend while I was like shoveling snow.
Okay.
That I was like, you know, why can't we should just have these like a big heat laser. I could just melt the snow off the roof.
Oh yeah. I mean they have like heat guns you can buy.
Yeah.
Like a cannon, it's like seriously it's like, well, I can't use a scale. It's like a thing, it's like a, you can like hold it. It's not meant to be held. It's supposed to be on the ground. But the thing is, like, you don't want to get electrocuted.
No. But it was funny because I brought that up, and then one of the other guys was like, well, you know, like, if someone had that, or if that existed, then we wouldn't be here working. And then in my mind, though, I'm like, but, like, you know, who wants to shovel snow off a roof anyways, you know? I don't know. If I had a
Hold on, let me get my leaf.
Yeah.
I have an attachment for my leaf blower.
Yeah, maybe you could also do that. You know, it's like Laser Comedy Show and laser snow removal. That would be huge business in Chicago in the winter, man.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd have to actually get other people to do it with me.
Yeah, but see, then you guys would be like, okay, now show's my thing, but you guys can go take these lasers and make me money by melting snow off a roof.
Actually, I think like there's, you know what? They banned lasers from. That desert festival, Burning Man, they banned lasers.
They banned lasers, really?
Because some jackasses had like 1,000 megawatt laser.
Oh gosh.
And the security guy tried to like, hey, like, whatever. And the security guy is blind in one eye for the rest of his life
Well, that's
because of basically a weaponized laser.
that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool at all.
It only takes one person to ruin a good thing for everyone.
One person. One.
It's always the case.
Sorry, is the case. Now, I used to.
Yeah.
When I first started doing the show, I was like, I used 100 milliwatt, which still is, is a milliwatt. It's 100 of them, and it was a little bit too bright.
Yeah.
So I went down to just the 5, and the 5's more than enough.
Yeah, yeah.
But technically, we were buying the stuff from China in bulk.
Yeah.
Who knows if they were actually giving me 100 milliwatt lasers? They
You have no idea.
Yeah, no idea.
What's really going on in China?
I'll tell you what, a lot of bait and my brother tried to buy laser reactive like vinyl to make stickers.
Cool.
And they sent samples that worked really well. So he ordered some, then they sent him the crap stuff that didn't work really well.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Totes.
Well, that's a sad note to end on.
I know. It was a good one.
Let's not something good, yeah.
Oh, no, that one kind of sucks, too. I was all excited. This storytelling festival supposedly sent out invitations, but it was just a scam email.
Boo.
Yeah. I found out. I went to the website. There's a bunch of red flags on the email, but went to the website and they had warning, those scammers impersonating us. So I was like, oh yeah, Scotland tour. Well, in a Scotland tour, I would hit up Edinburgh, Glasgow,
Glasgow?
Glasgow, that's it.
That's it.
It's Glasgow.
Glasgow.
And I would hit up all those places, and then I'd have 3 of the 4 puzzle pieces, and I would just need to hit Wales then. Yeah. And then I'd collect them all United Kingdom plus Ireland.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Whew. Whew.
So now I'm trying to put together a tour for the fall. I'm thinking the Eastern Seaboard.
Cool.
Like Carolinas, Virginia.
Yeah.
Maybe DC.
Yeah.
Go explore someplace new.
Yeah, that sounds great. And if you're watching this at home, guys, you too, go explore something new.
Yeah.
You know?
It's always something new to explore.
There's always something new to explore. There's always a new show to be created, you know? Your brother might have some lasers. You might make this whole thing. It might take you to Europe. It might take you to Alaska. You never know. And you never know until you try.
Absolutely.
So whatever it is that you're working on at home, you know, do it and do it publicly and let people know. If you have a show that you want to do, even if it's like just interviewing people like I'm doing here, go and do it. Do anything.
Yeah.
Do anything.
You have an idea and it's like there's nothing else like this.
Yeah.
Or it's this thing plus this other twist on it.
Yeah.
What's stopping you? Go do it.
We need it. We need more of that in the world. You know, I know there's so much content right now, but like, you know, we need more of you. We need more you-iness. I don't know.
You at home, get off your butt.
Get off
after
your butt.
this interview.
Or stay
get
on
off
your
butt
and just turn your camera on and make something.
Yeah, make something.
And definitely check out the Laser Comedy Show with Chris J. Fair. Thank you so much for coming on, Chris.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me, Michael.
Yeah, when are you coming back to Mom's Basement?
Oh, I've been waiting for, I'll send them an email.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you back.
Great. Excellent.
Sweet. So, guys, I will post Chris's info on the YouTube. It'll be on our video. It'll be down below. We're on Facebook now, so there's just some comments. But eventually, when it's on YouTube, it'll be Chris's stuff. And like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm sure you have a Facebook page or something.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely
all that.
Like and follow all those social things. Press those buttons. Support local art and make some art yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. It's Monday
Hells
night,
to the
March
yeah.
11th, 2019, and this has been episode 8 of the Michael Boothby Show. Yeah, right? 8, which sideways is infinity. What does it mean? Find out tomorrow on episode 9 with Travis Marsala from Saja and Cabo. All right. Yeah, check it out, man. Sweet.
Cool.
Thanks so much for coming on, man, and I hope you have a great night.
You're welcome. You too. Thanks for having me.